What do Kon Knueppel, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Victor Wembanyama have in common? Since the year 2000, just 6 rookies have averaged over 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Kon is not only about to join this historic list, but also he has already broken the record for most threes by a rookie in NBA history. And he still has 22 games left to go in his season. Extremely impressive, but now we have a question. How do we figure out when a young player is just having a hot start or is taking the first step towards true NBA stardom? The answer? The signs are always there. In their rookie seasons, Giannis, Shea, and Jokic didn't even average 11 points per game, but we saw the signs. And so while their rise to MVP status was surprising, it also made sense. And when we watch Kon's veteran IQ and generational shooting, we are watching a player whose ceiling might be much higher than anyone expected, which is extremely important because the NBA is in a season of change. New players will soon rise to become the faces of the league, and with that, we also have to talk about VJ Edgecombe, whose explosive play has been compared to a young Dwayne Wade, and perhaps the NBA's biggest wild card, Alex Sarr, a player who LeBron himself loves and has the base potential to become one of the best bigs of this generation. Each of these young players has something rare, a sign that they may take the leap and become a true star. Our only question is, can we figure out the NBA's next stars before they take their final leap? With Kon Knueppel, we immediately have to compare his rookie season to the rookie seasons of the best shooters in NBA history. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Ray Allen, and Reggie Miller. As we can see, Kon is not only having the best season in terms of pure numbers out of these players, he's also making the most 3-pointers per game while shooting the best percentage, which is insane, but even better, when we compare Kon's rookie numbers to future MVPs like Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, it is Kon Knueppel who again stands out. And that's not to say that Kon will win the MVP one day, but it is to say Kon is a lot better than scouts originally gave him credit for. We knew Kon was going to be a shooter coming into the league, but his all-around game has been shocking to watch. Because how is Kon averaging almost 5 more points per game in the NBA than he did in college? Well, Giannis actually gave us some great insight here when he said,
"You're probably one of the smartest rookies I've ever seen. But you already got it, and you're only going to get better. You haven't even figured out your spots yet."
Giannis is talking about Kon making plays such as this.
Tyrese Proctor doing his great bouncing act, but how about Kon Knueppel?
This is the kind of basketball IQ you just cannot teach, and NBA superstars have taken note. But before we continue, I am very excited to thank Fabletics for sponsoring today's video because I love Fabletic clothing. I've always loved Fabletic clothing, and there are great reasons why I have such strong opinions. The first reason is, of course, it looks good. Bold colors, the designs are sleek and clean, and I just personally love this style. The fit is incredible. Everything is so comfortable. Everything just feels amazing, which to me is very important. And also the material is both soft but lightweight. It's that perfect combo. And the function. Can we talk about the function? Fabletics clothing is quick to dry. It is anti-odor. And if you're looking for pockets, they have internal and external pockets. Plus, this is quality and long lasting. So really, what more could we ask for? And right now, Fabletics has an incredible offer that you do not want to miss. It is signing up for their VIP program. When you sign up for their VIP program as an intro offer, you'll get 70 to 80% off the entire site. That's so good, it sounds made up, and VIPs also save up to 50% daily. Also, each month your membership gives you a credit for a 2-piece outfit or any product up to $100. Other VIP perks include monthly drops, early access to styles, VIP only sales, and free membership to the Fit app. So really, this is a no-brainer. Go click the link in my description to become a Fabletics VIP and save 70 to 80% off the entire website. Incredible offer. Again, link is in the description. Thank you to Fabletics for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back to that video. Steph Curry has also said,
"For as young as he is, he plays with such composure."
In the NBA, mentality means everything. This composure has led to some extreme consistency on the court for Kon this year. He has scored 20 or more points in 28 of the 59 games he's played. Again, just a rare trait in a rookie. We also have to consider, it takes an absolute killer to go out and shoot the shots that Kon is already taking. The confidence and dog mentality that Kon plays with just cannot be taught. And we also have to note that Kon's athleticism is sneaky. He actually recorded a higher max vertical leap than Cooper Flagg did at the combine. And when LaMelo was asked what surprised him about Kon's game, LaMelo answered,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go with the bounce for real. I ain't know he can jump like that. He done caught a few little dunks. I'm like, hold on. I done seen white man can't jump. At the end, he kind of jumping like that the whole day though. Solid.
So now we're starting to piece it together. The killer mentality, surprising athleticism, great strength and size for a rookie, the top tier basketball IQ. Kon has a lot of traits that translate to a future star, and even better. We often hear a player like Kon say in the past, "Oh, I didn't expect to get here." Only after watching the 2024 draft, Kon looked and said, "I want that to be me next year." He had the confidence and belief that he was going to be in the NBA after 1 year in college, and so he got up every day at 5:30 in the morning and grinded, showing us the kind of work ethic we love to see that separates the game's best and has gotten Kon to this point so far. And watching the tape, the work shows. Diving into a game against the Bulls where Kon had 33 points, we watch as Kon uses his shooting as a weapon to get blow-bys. Here we see he fakes running to the three-point line versus Josh Giddey, then just dashes to the rim for a dunk. And watching any of Kon's big scoring games, we could watch a three-point scoring montage, but I want to showcase his overall scoring package. Because the defense needs to respect his three, again, here Kon gives us an escape dribble towards the basket, and then we see a smooth mid-range jumper. And really, Kon is just very comfortable scoring off the dribble already. To end the third quarter, time's running down, the pressure is there, but he makes this look easy. And now in the fourth, we see his strength. He just puts his shoulder down and get off me for this layup.
Solid.
But how did he get slept on? Because he played with Cooper Flagg at Duke last year, Kon did take the back seat and accepted his role as the team's secondary scorer. But when Coop went down in the first game of the ACC tournament, Kon immediately responded with a 28-point, 8-assist, 5-rebound masterpiece versus Georgia Tech. And then with Cooper Flagg injured, it was Kon who led Duke to an ACC championship win. It was Kon who was ACC tournament MVP. Kon then led the Hornets Summer League team to a championship win, where he was also named MVP of the Summer League championship. So let's add something else to the list of why Kon Knueppel is great. He is a winner. The Hornets already have more wins this year with Kon than they've had in a season since 2022. So when we hear endorsements from guys like Giannis, who truly know that Kon is only going to become a better basketball player, all we know is that his ceiling is truly unknown at this point. It feels like an all-star player has become his floor. But out of everyone on this list, there is one man who's getting directly compared to a Hall of Famer. We can't ignore that VJ Edgecombe is getting legitimate Dwayne Wade comparisons. VJ's athleticism is jaw-dropping. His ability as a two-way player cannot be ignored. His hustle and competitiveness have brought a winning culture to a Sixers team that needed a spark to redirect them in the right direction. Let's remember, after years of being in contention, Philly won just 24 games last season. This season, Philly currently sits at 6th in the East, and we cannot ignore that when we compare VJ's rookie season to Dwayne Wade's, the numbers are strikingly similar, and so are their stories. Wade was not a highly regarded recruit. He was only given 3 Division I offers due to low ACT scores, and then he became the number 5 pick in a loaded 2003 draft. On March 1st, 2023, VJ was ranked the 153rd recruit in 247's composite ranking, and he had absolutely zero NBA buzz. So the question is, how did he blow up so quickly? Because VJ is also 2 years younger than Wade was when he joined the NBA, and as we know, VJ is producing extremely well. Only 10 rookies since the year 2000 have averaged at least 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. VJ is not only on pace to join this list, he's only been getting better. Post All-Star break, VJ is currently averaging 20 points per game on over 50% shooting, as he is figuring out how to use his extreme athleticism to his advantage at the highest level. And when we look at the best young players in the NBA, it is VJ who continues to stand out. The NBA's Rising Stars game has suddenly become very competitive in its new format, and VJ was the MVP of the entire tournament, as in the championship game, he scored his team's final 10 points to secure a win. The other best young players in the NBA deferred to VJ in the clutch, and really, this was a great insight as to how talented VJ already is. Because when we have rookies playing on veteran teams like the Sixers Sixers that are already in win now mode, those rookies don't always get as many opportunities as players in rebuilding scenarios such as Cooper Flagg. If we look at someone like Dylan Harper, we're still unsure of his ultimate potential because he's playing behind De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle. But VJ for the Sixers has been different. In fact, the Sixers have been getting a lot of crap recently because they traded away Jared McCain, but part of the reason they made that trade was that they were so confident in VJ. Not only did VJ force his way into the starting lineup this season, in his first ever game he scored 34 points, the most in an NBA debut since Wilt Chamberlain. VJ also broke Allen Iverson's Sixers record for most points scored by a rookie in their first game. And get this, he had 14 points in the first quarter, breaking LeBron's previous record for the most first quarter points scored by a rookie in their first game. VJ's career could not have had a better start, and in December, in a wild game against the Warriors, we were given the perfect example of why VJ is already known as a winner.
In it comes to Tyrese Maxey, guarded by his former teammates. Tyrese Maxey to win the game, and it goes! DeAnthony Melton blocked, and the Sixers win it!
But against the Warriors recently, we also saw what makes VJ great. Jumping into this game, VJ probes, keeps his dribble alive, waits for the right moment, and then raises up for the mid-range jumper. This is what makes VJ so efficient right now, because in transition, he is deadly. We watch here as he drives to the basket with effortless speed and finishes over Draymond Green in what easily could have been an N1. When you have speed like this and you combine it with a mid-range jumper, like we see here on another drive to the basket where he connects on a tough shot, well, this is what makes a player unguardable. And finishing off, we see how shifty VJ already is, how quick his dribble moves are as he gets to the basket for the layup. Athletes like VJ often take a bit of time to figure out their spots, and that is happening with VJ. He's improving his game night in and night out, but he's also already shooting 36% from three and making 2 threes a night. We watched Dwayne Wade take a second-year leap into NBA stardom. The seeds are planted for VJ to do the exact same. As for Alex Sarr, he is easily the biggest wild card on this list because we are unsure of Sarr's floor, but his ceiling could be tremendous. Standing at 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan, Sarr has already proven to have the perfect game for a modern NBA center, and in year 2, he is actually on pace to join a historic list. Throughout all of NBA history, only 5 players have averaged at least 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game at the age of 20, and all of them are either in the Hall of Fame or named Victor Wembanyama. Sarr is on pace to join this list this season, and also, he's on pace to join Wemby as just one of 2 20-year-olds in league history to average these numbers while also making at least 1 3-pointer a game. And we find that Alex Sarr's potential is undeniable when we look at his progression. In his first season, Sarr averaged just 13 points per game on under 40% shooting, an absolutely horrific display by a number 2 pick. At that point in time, people were screaming, "Bust, this guy has no chance." But then, due to grinding in the gym, Sarr's had one of the best turnarounds by a second-year player we have ever seen. Not only has he shot almost 50% from the field this season, a crazy leap, but he is also shooting 78% at the rim and 54% on layups. Now, 54% on layups does not sound great until we consider that last season he shot around 40% on layups. So I think we can all agree we love a player who is showing tremendous strides, and we also love that Alex Sarr has shown himself to be an absolutely elite rim protector. According to Crafted NBA, opponents are shooting more than 7.5% worse at the rim against Sarr compared to an average NBA defender. Sarr has also gained the reputation of a versatile defender, and he is near the top of the league in block percentage. So another question, why is Alex Sarr getting slept on? Easily, it's because he's on the Wizards. Nobody is watching. When we actually dig into Sarr's game tape, a future multiple-time All-Star is certainly on the table here. In this game against the Blazers, Sarr had 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 blocks. As we see, the confidence is there. Here we watch Chris Middleton lose the ball, and Sarr picks it up with 8 seconds left on the shot clock, turns around, and just drains an absurd 3. Then we watch Sarr cut to the basket. He has a chance for an otherworldly poster dunk, but instead just makes a very tough layup. The biggest thing to take away though on this layup, Sarr is playing physical because you can't be an elite rim protector without playing physical on defense. So let's watch Donovan Clingan, who is bigger and taller than Alex Sarr, try to body Sarr, but no, rejected at the basket. And then on the other end, it's Sarr's time to take the ball, body his way to the basket, and then show off a nice touch with a short post fade. And to finish this all off, we have both a putback dunk in traffic as the game is on the line, again showing us he's not afraid of contact in any way. And also to close this out, the Blazers need a basket. Drew Holiday is trying to take advantage of the fact that he has a center on him, but Sarr sticks with him the whole time and then rejects him at the rim. And to finish off here, most importantly, again, on the stat sheet, this is showing. In year one, Sarr had just a 12.9 PER. This season, he's at 20.3. In year one, Sarr had a minus win shares per 48 minutes, minus box score plus minus, and a minus VORP. All of those numbers are tremendously improved. Playing next to Anthony Davis with Trae Young as his point guard, the Wizards might legitimately have a franchise centerpiece that they can rely on for the next decade in Sarr. And really, in my opinion, one of these players is going to take a big leap. One of them is going to become one of the best players in the NBA. So my question for you is, who do you think has the best chance? And there we have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I really think you're going to like this video that's currently on the screen. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You're awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day and cue that music.